Thankfully, one of my best friends gave me her kidney, and it was the ultimate gift of life. And I'm doing very well now, thankfully.
Megastar Selena Gomez has always wanted to be an actress, following in her mom's footsteps. Despite being diagnosed with lupus, an incurable condition back in 2013, she's managed to get 40 awards for singing and acting. That's 40. It's mind-blowing. So in this video, I'm going to go through her magical story, struggles, and how she's overcome them to get to where she is today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Saramed, and I am a doctor working in London. I make videos about health, which are hopefully mildly entertaining. And so if that's something you're into, then hit the subscribe button so you can stay informed. Now, Selena, back when she was a kid, she always used to go to her mom's shows and she loved watching her mom act. And she used to watch the Disney Channel a lot and would kind of play out scenes and pretend to be hosting the shows herself. And used to kind of wave sticks at the TV pretending they would introduce the Disney Channel opening theme. One day she went for an audition and managed to get the role.
So you like the Disney Channel?
Yeah, I love the Disney Channel. I know everything. Me and my friend have glow sticks one day, and on the commercials you can see where they have those little glow sticks and they're going, "I'm Raven from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel." And me and my friend like to play around. It's like, "I'm Selena, we're watching Disney Channel." We like to draw it all the time.
So that was really the starting point, the kind of ignition of her career, which she's enjoyed massive success in. So she started the Wizards of Waverly Place and then went on and created a music career for herself. But unknown to her fans, in the background she was suffering from lupus, which is an incurable autoimmune disease where your body starts to attack itself. And you need to regulate that with certain drugs which can be quite toxic to the body. Symptoms of lupus can include joint pain, skin rashes, ulcers in the mouth, depression, anxiety, chest pain. So there's a lot to deal with there. One of the other things it can do late stage is it cause organ failure. Unfortunately, that's something that actually happened to Selena around about 2017, and she was told by doctors that she would need a kidney transplant, and the list was incredibly long and it would take years to find a match. She tested all of her family to see if any of them could donate a kidney. None of them were a match. But by some kind of miracle, her best friend, Francia Razer, who is also an actress, ended up getting tested. Take a look at this clip where they talk through that.
And that's when she told me. And she goes, "I don't know what to do. The list is 7 to 10 years long." And it just vomited out of me. I was like, of course I'll get tested. I called her assistant and I said, "Give me the information. I want to do this."
Let alone somebody wanting to volunteer, it is incredibly difficult to find a match. The fact that she was a match, I mean, that's unbelievable.
I know they say that it's uncommon, but how uncommon is it? Well, assuming that Selena is the most common type of recipient for a kidney transplant, her chances of having Francia as an exact match are 1 in 357. Just to show you how unlikely that was to happen, I'm going to list you a couple of things that, based on scientific research articles, are more likely to happen. So 150 times more likely that aliens exist, 20 times more likely for you to get into Harvard when applying, and twice more likely that your name is Emma or Jacob watching this. So how crazy is that?
That's not real.
So Francia and Selena ended up having the operation, and Francia donated that kidney to Selena. She had some complications initially in the post-operative period where the vessels that went into the kidney basically became rotated, and that cut off the blood supply to the kidney.
I started hyperventilating and there was so much pain there.
And she needed to have a graft from her thigh, which then reinforced the blood vessel support around the kidney and stopped that happening again in the future. So then she managed to recover from the operation and slowly experienced kind of health again. It avoided her going into full-on kidney failure, which basically would mean that she would need to be kept alive with a dialysis machine every few days, at least usually 3 times a week, which will filter out all of the toxins from the blood, replacing the job of what a kidney would do. But that is again quite invasive, especially to her quality of life when, you know, she's touring, singing, having to record all the time. So then Selena basically was in the public eye for quite a long time, and there was this thing between her and Justin Bieber where they were together, they're not together, then together, on off like a light switch, and then basically they'd finally broken up in 2019, and Justin Bieber got engaged to a new lady. In response to this, it was found that Selena Gomez was drinking as she felt particularly vulnerable. Now, one of the issues with that is that a lot of the medication that you need to stop the rejection of the kidney and also to treat lupus can interact with alcohol. And so by drinking, you're actually putting your life at risk, essentially. And so this all got out into the media, and Francia, who had donated the kidney to Selena, had felt really betrayed because she felt she'd done a gift and she'd sacrificed a part of herself for Selena, and Selena wasn't looking after it. And so that really hurt their relationship for a long time, but that has now healed. But you can see that Selena Gomez is still suffering from the effects of lupus, and she still does have weak hands, as you can see in this clip here when she's trying to cook.
Sorry, I have very weak hands. I have lupus, so...
Okay.
That's why I got Papa, though.
Yeah, that's why you got Papa.
And she also suffers from tremors as well. When you can see she's trying to apply her eyeliner and do makeup tips for Vogue magazine, and is unable to do so as a result of her condition. She's never publicly announced what medications or therapies that she's had, just that she had chemotherapy in the past, which can be some really strong medication. You've got things like methotrexate, cyclophosphamide, and cyclosporin, which can all dampen the immune system and make you feel awful and reduce the white cells which you need to be able to fight infection. And she has had a couple of hospital admissions and also rehab admissions due to these kind of complications that she's had from medication. So it seems like Selena has been through a really, really rocky few years, but has come out of it on the other side with hopefully some closure from a relationship point of view with both Justin Bieber and Francia Reza, and also with some good health from her condition. So what does the outlook hold for her from at least her lupus perspective? Well, donor kidneys actually last about 20 years, and she had this operation when she was 24 years old. So she's already used up 1/5 of the lifespan of this new kidney. And that means that when she's 44, only 44 years of age, she's actually going to need a new donor transplant, which is obviously very unfortunate and distressing for her and also the people around her, especially considering the complications that she went through with the first operation. So hopefully that kidney will last longer. She looks after her health, nutrition, maintains a low cholesterol and low sugar diet to try and reduce the immune system's overactivity, and continues to avoid alcohol and any drug use as well. So for any of you out there who are suffering from lupus, just know that obviously she is a severe case, but she still managed to achieve great success despite such a tragic event, and she managed to see the great side of it. You know, she's always looked at the positive, and that's what I really like about her story. If you look at this speech when she's accepting a Woman of the Year award, she says that she feels the award should go to Francia for giving her the best gift she could give, which was the gift of life in a life or death situation, which is exactly what it was.
To be honest, I think Francia should be getting this award. Because she saved my life. Sorry.
So if you want to learn more about Selena and her story, at least when she was younger, there's an excellent book out on Amazon, and I'll drop the link in the description below. You can get it for free on Kindle Unlimited with a free trial, so just check that out. And if you do use those links, they help to support the channel. I get a small kickback from that. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and comment. Did you know that Selena had lupus and that she was suffering with all of these things? Would you ever donate a kidney if one of your friends lost their kidney function, you know, and you were found to be a match? I think it would be a tough decision to make because, you know, you're losing something that you don't need to lose. But obviously they're gaining something that they need to gain. So it's a really tough decision. And I think the ultimate altruism, which is kind of pure generosity. So I think that's a beautiful act and lots of positive things to see from their story. Thank you for watching and taking the time, and hopefully see you around for the next video next week. Take care.